All right, listen up. You can't pour out of an empty cup. You can't give what you don't got. In the beginning, you're going to have to invest a lot of energy, a lot of resources, a lot of money into yourself. You are no good to anybody else unless you are good to yourself first. It's okay in the beginning to be selfish. It's not a sin, nor is it wrong to be selfish. As a matter of fact, in the beginning, you're going to have to be selfish. You're going to have to be selfish for your sake, but more importantly, you're going to have to be selfish for the sake of your loved ones, for the people that you care about, for your innermost circle, the people that really ride with you, the people that really rock with you. You need to be selfish for them. And you may think that it's wrong. And at first, it's going to seem like it's wrong because here you are putting all your attention, all of your investment into yourself. And I have to reiterate this every single time on this channel. You are your business. You are a business and you need to operate as such. You cannot give what you don't got, especially when it comes to helping others. Of course, I know you. I know you want to help other people. I know you want to help those around you. I know you want to help the ones closest to you. I know that they're suffering and I know that you wish you could do more. But the reason why, let's be honest, the reason why that you can't do more right now is because you're not more yourself. You have not been putting any investment into yourself. And that could come into any form. It could come into learning. It could be coming into acquiring new skills. It could come into in terms of in the form of your fitness. It could come in any way that can make you a more marketable human being. Remember, you are your own business. You need to be marketable to the market. You need to be marketable to others. You can't provide no value or service to others if you cannot provide value and service to yourself first. It always starts with you. Everything starts with you. This is why I would go as far as to say extreme ownership is very important. You're taking the power away from the world, from people, from circumstances, and you're giving it back to yourself. Life is a mirror. It is not a window. It's easy to point out the window and say, your fault, this person's fault, that person's fault, that event's fault. But it's very hard. It's a completely different conversation when you're looking into the mirror and you're saying, you know what? You messed up. You need to do something. You need to figure out how it is that you can get yourself out of this. I got myself into this mess. I can get myself out of it. Believe it or not, you may view yourself as your own greatest enemy or your problem, but you're also your own greatest solution. And until you figure out your own stuff and get out of your own way and start pouring into yourself and being selfish and investing and taking care of yourself like you need to, you cannot take care of others. And this is what I mean when I say you cannot pour out of an empty cup. You can't pour out of an empty cup. First, it begins with perspective. Understand. Your glass should be half full. It should not be half empty. You have the potential to give, but your cup is not full, nor is it overflowing. And when it overflows, that's when it trickles down to everybody else around you. You cannot pour into an empty cup. Trust me, this is as much of a message for you as it is for me. I know they're suffering, and I know it hurts to see them suffer. But for right now, you got to have faith in the process, and you got to have faith in God that He's going to deliver for them. Meanwhile, you need to deliver for you first. You need to become the type of person that can take care of the people around you. You need to become the type of person that anybody can rely on. Whether they need their medical bills paid, whether they need their rent paid, whether they need a place to live. And I'm not just talking about anybody. I'm talking about the people who are closest to you. The people who you hold close to heart, your innermost circle. The people who really rock with you and support you. You want to rock with them and have their backs too. But you're of no value to them unless you are of value to yourself first. And I'm tired of seeing people saying, you need to give and give and give and give. You have nothing to give. You can barely afford to give to yourself. What do you have to give to other people? What do you have to give to others that you think that need it? You have nothing to give. It doesn't make you more noble, more good, or better than anybody else. It really doesn't. As a matter of fact, I would argue it makes you more of a fool because you're giving at the detriment to yourself. And soon you're not going to be able to give to yourself, and you're really not going to be a value add to the people around you. You need to be selfish first before you become selfless, because you have to remember you cannot pour out of an empty cup. You have nothing to give. So, first, whatever it is that you have left to give to yourself first, and continuously do that and let that compound so you could become the type of person people can lean upon when they need help. Because we can be on our own high horses and be like, we can pontificate all we want about how money doesn't matter, how money doesn't make you happy. That's all lies. It's BS. It can change lives. It can change your life. It could change the life of the others. It could change the lives of the people closest to you. It can give them access to the best doctors, the best schools, the best education, the best medicine, the best of everything. You're lying to yourself if you say that money doesn't matter. But again, this particular video is not necessarily about money. It's about being a value add and being a resource for the people who are closest to you, because they're relying on you. And there are people that you have not met that are relying on you also. But you're of no good to them unless you actually pour into yourself first. You need to be the example. You need to invest into yourself. Remember, you are the business. You cannot pour out of an empty cup. You are no good to anybody else unless you are good to yourself first. You have nothing left to give, so give to yourself first. Be selfish before you can be selfless. All right? It's as much of a reminder for you as it is for me. We have our own journeys to walk. We have our own paths. And we need to follow it to the T in order to become what God has meant for us to become. It's that simple. There's nothing complicated about this video at all. Very straightforward. All right? This is your boy Don Rico from the Imperial Empire, signing off. You got this. Deuces, guys.